Howdy, howdy, howdy. All right, I think it's working. I think this is doing its thing. Kind of set up for the comic, but I think I think it looks like it's working. I think. All good. Maybe. Ba-da-ba-da-da. Oh no. Oh, it looks like. Did I? There we go. All right, I'm sorry. I had a computer crash here on me, but I think we're good now. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So actually, I don't think. Oh, yeah, there are people here. Hello, people. I hope you're doing well. It's the Sunday. This is the OG live stream, which you'd think would mean by this time we'd have like some content format in place, but no. No. This is just a time to get together and chit and chat and all those things. I had another sort of successful pay period, which is nice. I got the skills for my day job done that I needed to get done last minute, but I did it. And so now I have like, oh gosh, let's see, I have 1 full week there. And so I got like a week and a half to try to get 3 new skills done. And it sounds easy when I say it that way, but my goodness, is it ever tough for me to get the skills done. And the next section I'm teaching on is Kubernetes, which I have absolutely zero experience with. So probably for the first week, I'll be learning all about Kubernetes and then cramming the half a week to get the videos done. But that's all right, as long as there's a plan in advance, I guess. Anyway, I hope everybody is doing well. The live streams happened again this past week in the morning, Tuesday and Wednesday. We just kind of talked. I don't know if I'm still... I've had a couple people really say that I should try to get some interesting news things and just talk about them, get conversation going about them. Thursday, obviously, is fine because that's where I draw my comic, and I did it again, so that was fun. So Thursday is still the only formatted live stream, but if I can come up with some interesting tech stories, maybe we'll do that on Tuesday. Hey, Scott, I'm running those Kubernetes pretty well. Yeah, me too. But the frustrating part is I know so little about it. I mean, conceptually, I know that it's a container management system, right? But the issue is like I don't even have questions to ask. I just have to figure it out, and then not only figure out Kubernetes, but figure out Google, who invented Kubernetes, but their particular take. What Google Kubernetes engine is in comparison to like just the open source Kubernetes install that you can do, because they have like. They have an autopilot mode, they call it. They have manual mode. They have something in between where I just have to figure it all out. So that's pretty much what I'll be doing this week. Now, I think they just run regular Docker images, but I don't know, because Docker isn't the only container management, or isn't the only container format anymore. But generally that's what people use, I think. See, these are all the things that I just have to figure out. I don't know that that's going to be 3 skills, so I might have to learn Kubernetes and then, see, I think I could already probably do an entire video on, or an entire skill on Cloud Run, because Cloud Run is just kind of cool, right? It just does, containers for you, without needing to run the underlying, I don't know is it a hypervisor? I don't know what they call just the containerization server, but nevertheless, yeah, I gotta figure that out and then teach about it. I don't think it's going to be as difficult as it was trying to figure out the different compute types, like figuring out what Cloud Run even was, and then cloud functions and all those things. That was tough to learn. I had some existential dread trying to figure that out. But Anyway, Bite Moose, hello. It's good to see you. Good to see you. Just talking about, I was successful this past week with getting my minimum preferred amount of work turned in. And so now I have a week and a half to learn Kubernetes and teach Kubernetes and maybe more. I don't even know if Kubernetes is going to be 3 full skills of training. So we'll have to see. This past week, I got to teach about compute instance or compute engine instances and load balancing and instance groups and instance templates. And there's so many things that you can do. And I wish that I found it more exciting, but I kind of don't. But I just got to learn it anyway. So yeah, that's where we're at. As far as other non-work day stuff, we had my mother-in-law was here all week, so that added a layer of complexity with the dogs because the dogs don't really like people visiting. But we just had to make that work. So but she left this morning. So this should be a regular normal week. And oddly enough, my wife works 9 to 5, well, 9:30 to 5:30, Monday through Friday this week, which is not normally how her schedule works. Normally she works 4 10-hour days. But that's what she has this week. Scott, good to see her moving her bedroom for the contractors. Ooh. Oh, that's kind of cool. And not to get personal on the live stream, but how are you doing, Scott? Are things going well? I mean, I know we briefly talked, and I probably missed a message too, because Discord is not one of the places I often look. I have to maybe disconnect from servers because there's so many notifications in Discord that I just miss stuff. But anyway, I hope things are going well. But Moose, hope you and the Mooses are doing well. Glad it's getting. Yeah, thank you. She is doing well. Actually, when I was downstairs just now, I think she was just taking an afternoon nap. Because normally she works on Sunday, but she doesn't work most Sundays this month because of she's the person who normally does the 9:30 to 5:30 is gone. So she's doing that person's job. So she's going to work 5 days. And so she has Saturday and Sunday off this whole month, apart from, I think she works the last Sunday. But nonetheless, and I know she has some bartending in there, especially on Fridays and Saturdays, but nonetheless, I think it's going to go well. And then my middle daughter and her husband are buying a house, and the last possible day in the contract for them to close is this Friday. So they'll be closing this Friday. And then the current owners have 10 days to give up occupancy. And it looks like they're going to stretch everything to the last possible day. All the stuff has been ready for closing for a week or more, but the sellers are kind of dragging their feet to the last possible contracted minute that they can do the closing. So that's frustrating, but yeah, they should close this Friday no matter what. So Scott, better getting over a sinus infection. Ugh, stop leaking. Pain is manageable. I mean, that last bit is the most important. I think the pain is manageable. Cause I know not everybody knows, but Scott's been having for years, just, explained pain, unexplained pain. So is the fishing still going okay? I don't know. I did go fishing this week. It was very cold though. It was, I don't think it hit 50 degrees Fahrenheit the day that I went fishing, and it was windy. So it felt like it was in the 40s. And on the water, it was even worse. I caught I drove to the town I used to live in, Indian River, and just went out on the pier there. And I caught 3 tiny little 8-inch bass, a couple smallmouth and a largemouth, but they were very small. And then that was it. And it was cold, but I got to go out, and that's always fun. As far as this winter, I don't know. The thought of ice fishing doesn't really appeal to me. I like to be warm. I don't like to be cold. I like fall weather. I don't like winter weather, especially going out where it could be wet. And my son-in-law is like, oh, but the shanty is heated and all that. But I don't know. Just fishing out of a little hole too. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like something that I would enjoy. But I mean, I'll probably go just, if I'm invited. But I don't see it as a regular thing, if I'm being completely honest. So winter will probably be spent like planning and packing and repacking tackle boxes and stuff, and maybe planning some actual fishing trips in the spring when things thaw out. So we'll see. And then like, the river doesn't freeze over, but so I don't know, can you go down? And I'm not asking, like, this is kind of rhetorical, but can you go down to where the water is still open and catch fish in the river, the mouth of the river? I don't know that. So maybe I'll try that, but not if it's super duper cold and windy. I just don't know. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll definitely keep everybody informed though. I've never tried to fish in the winter. I did go up to the mouth of the river. I just drove past, and there's this bridge where like it's a dam, but fish can jump up the dam like it's, I don't know, a few feet, and they'll sometimes jump up to get to the river, and salmon do that. And there were a whole bunch of people around this tiny little dam. I mean, shoulder to shoulder people. And I guess that means salmon are there again, but fishing shoulder to shoulder with somebody who basically they just, they use like spawn sacks, I guess, to like fish, but basically it's so crowded that the fish just run into the hooks and people just hook them. So I don't know. That's not the kind of fishing I want either. So anyway, I do worry that it's going to start petering down though. Fishing. I mean, we don't have that much warm weather. Let's see. There will be fish feeding where the river goes in the lake. All right. Well, then maybe that's what I'll do. I mean, I don't necessarily want to go out on the frozen lake, but hey, if I could, the river, it's a very fast river too, so there's no way it freezes over. At least I can't imagine it freezes over. But maybe I'll try that and give that a try and see. Catch some very cold fish. But maybe they'll be hungry. Maybe. I don't know. It's been pretty cold, like I said, in the 50s, and I think it's going to warm up this week and be really, really warm again. But I don't know for sure. I live in northern Michigan, and the weather, especially as seasons start to change, the weather just gets bonkers. It'll get warm and cold, and one day it'll be freezing, the next day it'll be sweltering, and yeah, it's just weird. So that's the skinny on fishing. I also, so my daughter, when I came in, I forgot that I had started it. She wants me to print some dice towers for her D&D, like 3D printing. Because I haven't been printing very much. Usually I'll print like toys and stuff for my granddaughter, but I haven't been printing very much. So what's weird is like the filament, I think, gets brittle if it sits for a long time. And so like I had it break off. It like says, oh, it won't retract. So now I have to like take the whole dumb thing apart again. It's very frustrating. What are your plans over the holidays coming up? Does it get busy from Halloween over there? So yeah, I mean, it's weird. We live in town, but like over the past decade, how people trick or treat has changed. I don't think kids like go around on Halloween from house to house. Not this past year, but the year before, we like got a whole bunch of candy and like turned on our lights and even had decorations in the front yard and stuff. And we had like one trick or treater all night. And so this last year, we just turned off all of our lights and we just didn't do candy because then we had just tons and tons of leftover candy. So I don't know what goes on. I know that like in town, like the businesses have special trick or treat hours, but it's like earlier in the day and it's not even always on Halloween. So I don't know. We usually put up some decorations, but I don't even know if we have any anymore, like inflatable yard decorations or something. My wife did like a display for the bookstore that she works in. Here, I'll see if I can, I'll send the picture. I just took a picture of it, and I'll send the picture to the computer, and then I'll try and show you here. Let's see. All right. Come on, Big Mac. All right, there we go. Yeah, it's amazing. She did this just really, really cool looking. Why is it? I don't even know if it's going to show up well. Let's see. Yeah, so it's this, it's basically just, I didn't get a side picture of it, but it's a book. And so on the sides, it's just like thick foam on the sides. And then she like used a foam cutter, like wand thing to make lines so it looks like pages. And then she did Mod Podge. I think that's the thing, Mod Podge. I think that's what it's called. And like did on the front cover, she did like tissue paper and Mod Podge to make this really weird textured thing, and then dry brushed on gold on top of the wrinkles. And then the word spells is on there written with hot glue. And then once the hot glue dried, she covered it with gold ink or paint or something. And then there's like a skeleton hand, looks like it's reaching out from the book. And then there's like moss and gauze and all stuff. It's so cool. So I don't know what the final display is going to look like, but it's just, yeah, she did a really awesome job on it. It's just, yeah, I don't know. It's cool. So that's what she's been doing decorations for work. But I don't know that we'll have many decorations at the house, to be quite honest. I mean, I guess we'll find out, but we used to have a bunch and now we don't. I mean, we've had like fog machines, and like I have somewhere a fog machine that you put ice in so that the fog stays low to the ground. And like we live on the side of a hill. So when the fog machine with the ice in it would turn on, the fog would literally like just go down the hill and like a really close to the ground level. But the slightest breeze makes that effect not cool because it just blows the stuff away. But if it's a still night, that's pretty cool looking. So anyway, I also have our camera to be a pain for you with braces. Oh yeah. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I do. I like Halloween candy, and yeah, it won't be easy with the braces. Yeah, I'm bummed about that now. So yeah, we definitely aren't going to have to get candy this year because then there'll be leftovers, and I won't even be able to enjoy it. Oh, and thank you. Thanks, Scott. I appreciate it. Yeah, she really does a good job, and it's the kind of thing where she doesn't realize how talented she is. Like I said, like, oh my gosh, it's so amazing. She's like, well, I just saw one that was like that, and I didn't come up with the whole idea. And I'm like, okay, not coming up with the whole idea is not the part that makes the skillful. I mean, I've seen lots of pictures of things and I can't make them real. So I don't know. She doesn't realize just how talented she is, but that's okay. As long as her employer appreciates it, and they will when they get the book or the spell book or whatever. It's part of a big display. I think last year for the Halloween display at the bookstore, I also got it was like a cauldron bucket, and it, instead of using like fog juice, it just had like a, what are those things? Diffusers, where they make like a mist, like a diffuser mist. And like, it was one of those inside with lights, and the mist would slowly fill up and kind of like go over the side of the bucket. And that was kind of cool. I don't know whatever happened to that. It's probably in a box somewhere. Probably here in my office. But they did that last year, so they won't want to do the same thing this year. That is the only sad part about when she'll make elaborate things like this afterwards. Like, it's so cool. You want to keep it, but also next year they're going to want some different display up. So, I don't know. Oh, you want to see another cool, adorable thing? Here. I mean, not that the book was adorable, but I'm pretty sure that the audio from the computer comes through. So, look.
I mean, what's this?
Okay. Go back. Okay, so this is my granddaughter Emmy, and she has kombucha there, and the kombucha is something she really likes, but she calls it booch, and I think it's just so stinking adorable. So here, let's see if we can hear it. Wow.
Emmy, what's this?
Booch. That was it. Just a couple seconds, but it was just so cute. At the coffee shop today, she asked for booch. And I've lost my mouse. There we go. Anyway, yeah, booch. Oh, let's see anything else. You ever thought about doing that for a local theater? So my wife was Donna was a drama teacher for years at the high school high school, middle school, elementary school that she worked at. So she's done props and sets and everything else for years and years. But she left the school to get the job at the bookstore. I don't know if you remember how long you've been following along, but because when I switched away from CBT Nuggets the first time, I lost my health insurance and we were paying for Cobra, but you can only use Cobra for 18 months, and it was the 17-month mark. And so she quit at the school and she got a full-time job at the bookstore because they provided insurance. And now I have insurance again because I'm back at CBT Nuggets. So we're not using that insurance that she could get at the bookstore, but she's still at the bookstore. And, the school has hired another drama teacher and stuff. But so yeah, she did for a long time. She hasn't for local theater just because she's been working full time at the bookstore and we don't have time to do much of anything. So anyway, why would she want low pay and high abuse for working in the theater? I mean, that's what it was like working at a local school and working in the, being the drama department. Yeah, it was pretty great. We invested far more in just buying materials to do props than she made in income while she was working at the school. But it was still worth it. And that's where I bought the microphone setups for them. And then during COVID, we had they used to swap microphones between scenes, but they couldn't do that during the COVID. So we had to buy I had to buy a whole new mixer and I had to buy a whole bunch more wireless mic packs, and they'd always just belonged to me. But actually, I just this week agreed to sell all the microphones and the whole system that I bought and built. I sold it to the school that she used to work at. So, yeah, it was a little bittersweet. I mean, I'd probably over the years invested $15,000 in the microphones, and not getting anywhere close to that amount out of it, but I don't have a use for 20 wireless microphones in my life. So and they've just been using them for free for the past couple of years. So this way I figure, hey, they can continue to use them and I'll actually get a little bit of cash for it. So yeah. Bite Moose. He was, and for the record, Scott was just, being sarcastic. Scott worked in theater for a long time. The reason you would do that is passion and love of the art. But wow, if you actually get paid over there for that kind of a thing, that's cool. Yeah, there's a lot of things that we do that you don't get a whole lot of money for. Honestly, the bookstore pays for the area. It pays, well, but any job up here in Northern Michigan is, I mean, you just can't make a living on just that job, which is sad. Like my daughter has a salary job at the art center, and for the area, it's really good money, but I don't think she could have an apartment on her own, not if she wants to eat and have a car. So yeah, I don't have a solution to that either, but nevertheless, they are building some apartment complexes in our area, though, that are supposed to be affordable for the working class. So we'll see if that works. And Scott, yeah, you're right. No more when it breaks or when it needs to be set up or I mean, let's be honest, I might still be tech support for them if something goes wrong. But I mean, over the years, we had different mixers. Like I just had a manual analog mixer at first, and then I had a digital mixer. But when COVID happened, I had to get a bigger mixer that had, I think 24 channels, and it was all digital. You had to control it via a computer. And so along with the mixing board is a computer, and I got a computer that was touchscreen. So like all the mixer sliders or whatever were on the screen, and you could do it with a mouse, but you could also just like use this touch screen on the computer to move them if you wanted to, or, hit the mute buttons and stuff. So it was cool, but I don't even know how they use it anymore. So starting to head around how things work over there. Bite Moose, you and me both. I mean, yeah. Like my youngest now does work at a place where they have events, artsy events. Like tonight there's a string quartet or some kind of quartet happening that, she's working the event. But I think the bulk of the money that the Art Center gets is from rich donors, and yeah, they have like ticket fees for events and stuff, but I still think it's all supported by rich donors who have a passion for the arts and want a tax break. So I don't know. In local community theater, nobody ever gets paid for that. People just do that for fun. I mean, the people at the venue, like the people who like work at the place that does like local community theater, maybe they have some sort of small salary, but like all the actors and everything, it's all volunteers. It's just all volunteers. So yeah, making a living in the arts here is that's quite challenging. So, but it's also not terribly popular as a form of entertainment either. So I think if you live in a big city, maybe. I mean, obviously Broadway shows are full all the time, but that isn't anywhere close to where I live. We went down to the Detroit Fisher Theater to see. I don't know if that's considered Broadway. I don't even know, but it was an actual play. It was Shrek the Musical that we saw down there, which was cool. I assume those actors get paid because they like go travel from theater to theater. I don't know how it works either, I guess is what I'm saying, Bite Moose. I have no idea. But anyway. Anybody have any questions about stuff that's going on? What's going on in tech? I know that there's an Apple event happening this week. It might be happening on Tuesday, in fact. I don't know what is it probably the one where they release new iPhones? Maybe? I don't know. It's volunteer stuff over here for how. Okay. I think that's pretty much what it is here. And then there are the situations schools where like the teachers get paid. They don't get paid well to, teach kids how to do this stuff. And then, once you're no longer in school, you can do local community theater, and that's all volunteer stuff. But there's probably one or two people, like I said, the people who work at the venue to like, the person who has the key to the theater to let people in and, turn on the lights and stuff. There's probably a couple paid staff members, but not many. Most of the local theater is all volunteer too. So what else? Yeah, the Apple event is this week. I'm not looking to get any Apple equipment. I did order. So I have some GoPros, and I did order. It was just like a $10 chest strap for a GoPro. So if I go fishing, maybe I'll wear a GoPro. Maybe I could make some fishing videos. I find it compelling to watch other people catch fish. I don't know why. Did I see the Rust presentation and kernel meeting where the C++ just went off? No. Was this at just a Linux kernel? I don't know what meeting. Do they have meetings? What did the C++ guy do? Give me some deets. Oh, yikes. Yeah, so, I believe that he owns 2/3 of all satellites now, but I think that's just because of the vast number of Starlink satellites, right? I mean, it just takes so many of those little guys to do Starlink. I can't imagine, like, pound for pound he owns most of the satellites up there, but yeah, I mean, it is a little scary, like one person owning all of the Starlink satellites that are just spinning around in low Earth orbit. Eesh. And I am just flabbergasted that was it 2 or 3 astronauts who went up in the Boeing Starliner thing thought they were going to be there for 4 days, and now they're there for 8 months or something like that. And the Starliner left and landed without them because of issues it was having. Can you imagine going up and being stuck in space for 8 months? They did not. I mean, they have plenty of food and oxygen and everything in the space station, so that isn't going to be an issue. But clothing, oddly, is an issue. Who was I was listening to? Oh, what's the senator guy who was an astronaut? He has a twin brother who's an astronaut too. Anyway, he was just talking about like plenty of food, plenty of oxygen. That's not going to be an issue, but they're going to have to, there's no shower up there. And so they're just going to have to wear the same clothes that they have, and any other clothes that they might share with people up there. It's just so crazy. Let's see. The Rust kernel dev had enough of the comments about getting Rust into operation unlocked. Oh, wow. And a YouTube link. Brody Robertson. All right, I'm gonna click on that. I won't watch it right now. I don't know how that works with like copyright stuff. I don't know if I'm allowed to show. Hold on, I gotta find how to get there, because I can't click on the link from here. So let me go in the live stream chat on Discord.
A negative actually make.
Okay, there. I'll have to watch that afterwards. But yeah, Scott, thanks for sharing the link. So so the Rust developer left? Like he's no longer contributing? Or what? I mean, that's interesting. Enough TP up there. Yeah, that's true too. Yikes. Again, nobody's concerned about supplies, but it's funny talking to an astronaut. It's like, he said it already smells like a locker room up there, and it's only going to get worse, I imagine. So anyway, maybe Scott, maybe I'll watch this video, figure it out, and that'll be one of the things to talk about on Tuesday's morning live stream, because that is significant. I mean, Rust getting more and more into the kernel was always the plan or whatever. I mean, because but then if people walk away because of comments, I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know how Linus himself feels about Rust. I'm sure it comes up in the video, because he's still the gatekeeper, right? He's the only one who can like accept pull requests or whatever. And it's up to him what is and what isn't in the kernel. So yeah, not the plan for some of the C++ devs. Interesting. Yeah, that is definitely newsworthy. So maybe I should do that. Maybe I should just ask folks if anything newsworthy comes up. Send it my way a little bit early so I can go over it maybe like Monday night, and then Tuesday morning go over it. But we'll cover. I'll look into this and see if any of the people I know have any inside scoops too. I mean, I know some kernel developers, and I still have some contacts in the Linux community. Maybe I can get even more information. But thank you for the information and the link, Scott. I greatly appreciate that. Oh, I get to go to the dentist on Tuesday. I haven't been to the dentist since I got braces. I imagine they just clean around them. I don't know how that works, but yeah, he likes the safety of rust in certain parts of the kernel. Oh, okay, that's good. Linus. So Scott's talking about Linus likes the safety of rust in certain parts of the kernel. Bazath, next Linux Plus episode. I hope soon, but I can't make promises because I broke promises that I made. I have the best of intentions, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, that was another potential. Yeah, I saw the first comment there. That was another potential for the morning live streams, as we could actually record a Linux Plus video during the live stream. But I don't know if that's, I don't know how interesting that is. So I guess we could try one and go from there. Last week I looked at, just started going through YouTube comments, which is fine. But then it started to feel like I think I need to save a few, like go through them in advance and look and see if there's any questions and then answer the question comments rather than just go through the comments. Because a lot of them are either spam or just, complimentary, which just seems self-serving if we go over them on the live stream. There's an article on the register that covers what's going on. Cool. All right. I'll have to look at that as well. And we'll talk about it Tuesday morning. And I mean, I know that I'm a Linux guy, but maybe I'll find out what the expectations for the Apple event on Tuesday are as well and talk about some of that. I gotta think there's like new iPhones going to be talked about, but maybe not. I don't know. They certainly are all keen about AI and Siri. The only thing that I've actually seen with all of the developer previews and stuff in iOS is they now have in the Photos app a pretty decent, like, remove things from the background. So like if you took a beach picture and there's somebody in the background, you can click on them and it'll just like do an intelligent erase. But that's kind of been an option in a lot of software packages for years and years. So I don't think it's revolutionary. It's convenient to have it built in, but it's not like earth-shattering kind of stuff. I mean, it is what it is. Like here, what if we, all right, how do we do the, there's some way to do iPhone mirroring. It's just an app. Yeah, okay. All right, here's this. And we will view. No. Connect when my phone is no longer in use. All right. Connect. Is that working? Okay, connect. Connecting to iPhone. All right, now I know you're not seeing it. I'm just making sure I don't do anything creepy. I guess if I get notifications, it could be a little uncool. Oh well, we're all friends here, right? All right. So yeah, here's my phone. I go into Photos. Oh yeah, that's the book that I just said. So let's go to a picture. No, I'm just looking at my pictures here. Yeah, me and the dog. Oh, you know what? I might have a picture of like my wife's driver's license. So that's not cool. So I'm not gonna show it on screen. Let me find a picture to edit real quick. And then I'll show you the thing that I was talking about. Well, I don't know where I went to. It just scrolled like forever. I'm back in 2001 photos. That's weird. Okay, I'll try again. No, I don't want to be in 2001. Okay, we'll just find a photo that I can show the cool little thing on. Apparently I take such good photos that, oh no, that has like an adopted child in it, so I can't show that one. Or not adopted, a foster child. I'm not allowed to have photos of those. All right, here's a... Isn't this nice looking at my face while I look at other images? That's just so great. So exciting. Best live stream ever. How's this? Let's see. Okay. Oh, this is going to be a challenge. Oh, save shared photo. All right, this will be a challenge because it's a big item. Okay. But we're coming back here. All right. So here is this is a lot of work just to show you the thing I was talking about. So this is an image. This is my daughter, Lydia, and my granddaughter. So if you go here and you click clean up, you can just go and like, so this is, yeah, it's trying to get rid of that, which is cool. But let's say we just wanted to get rid of this. This is a bicycle that is like under a cover. Let's say I want to get rid of that. There. And so it just kind of did a decent job of getting rid of it. If you want to get rid of this milk carton on the porch, I'll click on that and boom. It did a decent job of it. I mean, it's a look a little bit weird there, but not too bad. If we wanted to get rid of the mailbox, for example. Boom. Just got rid of it. So, I mean, it's not bad. It's pretty decent, but it's not revolutionary, right? I mean, it's the kind of thing that's been around for quite some time. So that's the only AI thing that I've been able to really be impressed with, or you know find any difference with all the stuff they've been doing. Anyway. You get a cleaning on Monday. Oh, yeah, I get a cleaning on Tuesday. So, I don't know. I hope it goes good. Yeah, dude, I heard you and I did address it. I promise. You know, hopefully someday soon. Maybe we'll even live stream it. Yeah. I don't have a Windows machine and have Copilot running. Yeah, I don't even know what is Copilot supposed to just be like an AI assistant thing or what? I saw that some people are like, oh, you can just like get an API. You can like just get an API, like ask it for an API and it'll fill it in for you, which I thought was funny. I'm just a bug, I'm sure, but it was funny. Leon, so that was if you have one of the betas, like I have iOS, I get 18.1. The latest beta, and if you go into a photo, you can click on cleanup. So here, I'll just show you. So this is just one of the AI features that they supposedly have. And so yeah, this is you just go into the picture, and if you go to the little edit thing, like the little sliders down here, you click on it, and there's a new tool over here. The first time it'll actually download the tool for you. And then you just like highlight what you want to get rid of and it'll like start flashing and click on it. And yeah, see, and it's not perfect. I mean, like a little smeary thing, but it tried to get rid of the grass there. And, let's say I want to get rid of all this crud on my porch. And see, it didn't do a good job at all there. Oh, yeah, I don't know. It's not perfect, but yeah, it's just that. It's just, you click on something you want to get rid of, and it tries to clean up the photo. Boom. There. Got rid of grass, and it just made the sidewalk bigger than it really is. Yeah. Anyway, that was it. That's the only real new thing that I've seen from the betas. I guess that Siri is maybe better, but I don't know for sure. again, I don't really use Siri all that much. Whoa, I didn't know this. This is the Copilot thing. Track everything. Yeah, that's creepy. I guess I get it. The thing is, this would be less offensive if everything were done locally and you could, like where there was no processing off your computer. But that's creepy. Oof. Yeah, that is, I guess that's the only thing, is that it's built in. It's nice. And especially if it's, I did try it and I couldn't show this image because it was my sister-in-law's foster children were visiting, but like we took a picture of them while they're at the park and, there's like a person playing in the background of the image. And so literally just click on them and it did just a perfect job of like removing that person. Or, if you're on a beach and there's somebody, right behind you, just highlight them. And it really does a nice job of that. When it gets really complicated, like trying to remove a whole bunch of stuff from a complicated background, it's kind of gets smeary and not great, but that's kind of par for the course. So, yeah, I don't know what happened either. I heard there was a rumor. I didn't know what the issue was. I believe that this is the issue, and I don't know whatever happened with it. Maybe Bite Moose does, but I don't. I do have some friends that know quite a bit about, they're kind of deep into the Microsoft world, but I'm not sure about the AI stuff that they're doing. And AI is thrown around so big now, and it can mean so many different things. Are we talking large language models? Are we talking generative AI? There's so many different aspects of it. I did notice that when I was drawing my comic on Thursday, Photoshop would like do generative fill on like sections of my comic, which was ridiculous because I'm literally drawing my comic. I want to draw my comic, but it was interesting how they're integrating generative AI into like photos. Like, let's let me see if I can get just a quick image up. So yeah, I never finished this. Let's go back to the Wacom tablet. So I know this is starting to be like my, here, I'll do tracking so my whole head's there. This is like starting to be like a Thursday morning live stream here, but so this is just I was starting to make a puzzle. There's a really high resolution thing, and I was going to make a puzzle to sell as merch. But then, like, let's say I use the magic wand. For some reason, it doesn't select right, but use a magic wand and oh, sorry, I'm not on the. Let's see, get on the background image. Okay, so that's the ocean that I have highlighted there. It would, let's see, when did it prompt me for that? Was it like when I went to a brush? I don't know. I was doing something though, and it said, "Hey, would you like to generative fill?" Oh, there we go. Generate image. No, that's just. No, I don't want to do that. I don't know, but I was just drawing, like I was drawing clouds in the sky, and maybe it like tried to figure out what I was doing, and it said, "Would you like to fill this area in?" And I was a little creeped out, to be quite honest. What was it? I truly just don't know what I was doing. Was I just selecting? No. Yeah, apparently I'm not going to be able to make it do it again. But it was, it was just like, instead of drawing clouds, would you like it if I just drew clouds for you? And I'm like, no, I would not like that. That is not something I would like. But anyway, yes, context fill, exactly. And I don't know where, like it just popped up. It wasn't something that I seeked out, and so I'm not sure if it's only when you're drawing certain types of things or it looks around it, but it was context fill. But it I did play with it, like when I was trying to get my computer all set up for recording making my comic. I like said, yeah, go ahead, fill, and it was weird. Like, it filled the landscape with, like psychedelic mushrooms and stuff. It was a bizarre sort of thing, but I don't know. I guess it would have saved time if I just was trying to get something out. But obviously, when I draw my comic, I do it because I enjoy drawing my comic. So, but yeah, pretty much. How would you like your comic characters to go into a parallel universe? Would that be interesting for you? Let me hallucinate something fascinating for your characters to need to deal with or whatever. Oh, anyway, so okay, so the plan is I will look into the Rust thing and maybe some iPhone stuff, and that's what I'll talk about on Tuesday morning. Especially my daughter really was hoping that I could just come up with like some interesting tech news. She wants to stay up on like the latest things that are happening, but doesn't have the time or the resources to go and look through stuff. So if she just listened to me Tuesday morning while she's getting ready for work or whatever, that would be fun. Anyway. I'm trying to think anything else. We're almost out of time. It's just kind of an easygoing live stream this week. Yeah, another one that has just flown by. I agree. But Moose also, remember last week where my comments or where my chat window stopped working? That is happening again. I don't know why. I see them happening, but they're not coming through properly on my screen. Looks like, why is it trying to go to 2 YouTube channels? That's so weird. I don't even know. Restream. Come on, man. Oh, well, I can see everybody's comments though, so I guess that's good. But yeah, I still don't have any plan for Wednesdays. I just don't. The only thing I can come up with is try to come up with some curated questions or, questions from my YouTube channel, and answer questions on Wednesday kind of thing. Like Tech News Tuesday, What You Thinking Wednesday. Listen to me alliterate. Okay, so YouTube, yeah. I don't know what the Twitch delay is like either. It looks like we have 5 people on Twitch, 6 people on YouTube, and 1 person on Facebook. But I don't know what the delay or the lag is like. So anyway, I am a Twitch affiliate now. So yeah, if you're an Amazon Prime user and you aren't using your free Amazon Prime Twitch subscription, I would be honored if you assigned it to my Twitch stream. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, well, if you're an Amazon Prime member, your Amazon Prime account comes with a free Twitch subscription that you can give to any Twitch streamer. And most people don't know that unless they happen to be like big into Twitch. But anyway, yeah, that's all right. I was going to make a video. I didn't make a video. I should make a video on how to do it because it's a little bit weird, like the process. You have to go to gaming.amazon.com and link your Twitch and Amazon account. And then once it's linked, you can go into somebody's Twitch channel, but only on a browser or on a desktop browser. You can't do it on mobile. And then you just go to subscribe to their channel like normal, but there's a little tiny checkbox that says, would you like to use your Prime subscription, your free Prime subscription? So yeah, they make it kind of difficult, and it doesn't renew. So if a person wanted to subscribe with their free Prime subscription, they have to go and resub every single month, which is, yeah, I think that's just tacky on Amazon's part, because if you don't use it, they just keep the money, right? Amazon just keeps it. So anyway, it is. Thank you, Leon. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was. The plan is to do some sort of subathon, but I have to do a couple things. One, I have to come up with something interesting to do for like a couple days, and then also I need to figure out the legality of giveaways, because I'd like to give stuff away during the subathon, trying to get people that are like, hey, when we, when we reach, I don't know, 20 subs, I'll give away this awesome UV flashlight. I mean, I don't know that I'll do that, but the thing is, the legality of giving things away, especially in the state that I live in, is just bonkers. And so, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I don't know. Don't sound like a great plan. Yeah, I know. Giving away stuff, though, there has to be a way to do it, because I know that I know people do it. So I just got to figure it out. But nonetheless, and if I can't figure it out, I can't figure it out. I know that the Green Brothers, like when they do their their fundraisers and stuff, they don't like give stuff away, but they'll like sell stuff, and you can't do a raffle. There's just really weird rules about it, and I know that they have a legal team that they can figure that out. I don't have a legal team, so nonetheless. Oh, that was for the previous comment, not the giveaway thing. Okay, I don't remember what I said. So, but yeah, so giveaways, I'll figure it out. Because not only do I have stuff to give away, but also like I have friends who like say, hey, yeah, I would love to, I'd love to give stuff away. I just figure out the way. And I know that Stream Elements, so I have a Stream Elements account too. And I think that's, wait, what? Maybe it's not Streamlabs? Streamlabs. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Streamlabs has like the giveaway things, and like where after a certain number of somethings, it'll like open up a giveaway for a thing, but they don't handle the legality of that. So I got to figure out the legalities. Yeah. So, and yes, there are. And very specifically in Michigan where I live, like you can't do anything that is considered a sweepstakes. You can't, like, I don't know. The rules are so complicated. And like, even, so like my girls will occasionally do like this game night where a bunch of girls get together and like play silly games or whatever. And everybody will put like $10 in the kitty, and like whoever wins at the end of the night takes it home. It's technically illegal to do that here in Michigan. Like you can't have a poker night where you like use actual, like even nickels or something. That's literally illegal here in Michigan. So, I have to make sure that the sweepstakes or the giveaways that I do tick all the boxes for, being fair and not gambling. Like it can't be gambling. So maybe I can do a giveaway, but I can't do it's not, what is it when you like buy stuff? Raffles. Like I can't do a raffle. That's not allowed or something. Yes, it's all the gambling laws. Michigan has very strict and bizarre gambling laws. So yeah, it's strange. Now if I happen to be an indigenous person and I did it on like indigenous lands, that's different, because like there are lots of casinos in the area, but I'm not. So that is not an option that I can take, but I'll figure it out. I'm not sure the rationale, and all the states are very different. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure it has to do with taxes, but I will get it figured out. There's got to be a way, and I will figure it out. It's possible that I just won't be able to tie it to anything that costs money. So like what I'm hoping is like if we do so many subs, like I can trigger a giveaway that anybody can enter, but the giveaway itself will only happen when like I reach a certain number of subs. But I can't say anybody who subs is considered in the like to be one of the winners, because that would be illegal. But if I just like made it a like a giveaway to anybody that is triggered. What? Yeah. So it gets, I'll figure it out. But anyway, move to a state where almost anything is legal and women can decide rights for their body. Do we have any of those states anymore? Yeah. Like here. Yeah. And I mean, I won't rat you out on where you live, but yeah, it is a little bit better there. And I mean, I don't live in the deep South. So, you know, it's yeah. Okay. Well, you can give yourself away. Yeah. I don't live in the deep South. Michigan is better than a lot of places for those sorts of things. But gambling is oddly just something they're really strict about. So anyway, I'll look into that. I know we're past time anyway. Thanks everybody for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And there will be a subathon at some point just because I want to do it because it'll be fun. You know, like, I don't know, 48 hours of something. And every so often, different subscriber levels or whatever will trigger giveaways once I figure that out. So have a great rest of your Sunday, everyone. And if you're around on Tuesday, I'll cover some news. Thanks to Scott tipping his cards my way. So anyway, I'll see you 7 a.m. Eastern time on Tuesday if you're around. And it's on my secondary YouTube channel. So if anybody's watching on my main YouTube channel, the Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday live streams are on the Inside the Brain of Sean YouTube channel or on Twitch.